Hey everyone, so this is our assignment 1. We're going to talk about the question 1, that's start pattern. So we have provided 8 vertices that are positioned accordingly, and we have changed the pipe width and set up the indices based on the windings. And based on that, you're going to just draw the triangles. And you can see there's like altogether 6 triangles. So that's our start pattern. Let's move to our polygon. So this is our calculation for the number of vertices. Based on number of vertices, we're gonna go through and create the vertices like buffer that will hold all the vect positions. And based on the calculation, it's providing a new position for x and y. Same thing for we're calculating number of vertices based on how it's being winded at. So we change the byte width and the draw index based on number of vertices -2. That gives us all together how many triangles there are. So I'm just gonna quickly run the code. So this code is based on 120 vertices. If you go down, we can quickly do 12 vertices and it will show us all the wireframe lines in there. And right there, so that's our insided polygon. Talking about the first question that we have to discuss is the top vertex. When we move these values for z, normally z has 0 to 1 as like their depth, so up till 1 it's still going to show up on the screen itself, but as long as soon as it moves out of the range of 1, those those parts which are outside the depth of 1 will not be drawn or rendered on the screen itself. So that's what's happening with the second and third option. For the second, the viewport, where I try to play with the top left, and it turns out that if you changes the position of top left, it moves the location on the screen itself, like the location of vertices itself. So if it's starting at 0 0 and you move to 50 50 or something, the triangle will be shown on the bottom right side of the screen itself, so they will move the position. So based on those values of top left, the screen can be moved around, and the camera can be moved around, and that's why it's probably used for the DirectX formats. Let's talk about the first format that has a red, green, blue, and alpha, and all of them have 8-bit channel provided to that. So they are used for like showing the different colors plus alpha. The second format is a straight up 16-bit red channel color. So that's pretty much why it's used for either red and 16-bit formats. The second option is what's unorm and uint. So unorm pretty much is unsigned normalized integer, and uint is unsigned integer itself. Whereas sint is signed integer. Unsigned and signed integer have the difference that unsigned doesn't have any negative values and signed have positive values, so we're positive and negative both. So looking at the code where we used both the DXGI formats, the DXGI format was used to buffer the colors, and we used for that the red, green, blue, alpha color. That's a 32-bit unorm that we used for, whereas we used the R16 int unsigned int for index buffer, because index buffer can only take either R32 unsigned it or R16 unsigned it, and those two are the only formats in the whole list of format that provides 16 and 32-bit settings for index buffer itself. So that's my speculation why it has to do with red. So that's all for the this week's assignment. See you next week.